Hi there, it's now March 2nd, and I'm going to do a quick burst session for Chinese actor Yang Yang, born September 9th, 1991. I'm going to ask him 5 brief questions. I'm going to ask you to come forward and help us with this. You, Meng Long, please help us find out more and more about Yang Yang. We feel he may be bullied, oppressed, suppressed, maybe in danger of being sacrificed or killed. So please let us know. My first question for you, and Yang Yang spirit can come forward too. Yang Yang, because you were born on September 9th, 1991, are you being targeted because your birthday shares the same date as the death of Mao Zedong, as well as the formal surrender of the Japanese to China in 1945? Can you tell me if that's the case?
Technology. Never lose power.
You Meng Long or Yang Yang, could you tell me whether it was Yang Yang that posted on Weibo that he was totally fine, or was it his management team or the agency that posted on Weibo on February 27th?
Handcuff pièce.
Financial advice.
Yang Yang, I heard that, I noticed that you had bruises on your face and your hand was bandaged at your public appearance at the end of February. How did that happen?
Look, stay built and listen.
Yang Yang, are you being bullied, or are you just being bullied, or are you in danger of being sacrificed or harmed in playing the games? Is it just a matter of being bullied?
It's real, but what's more important
Yang Yang, I'm going to just give you a minute to say whatever you need to say that I haven't asked a question about, whether it's something you need to tell us. It's an open forum.
if gay voters
Thank you, Yang Yang, for telling me everything. You Meng Long, can you actually update me on how Hugo's doing and what's going to happen to him? I'm going to give you a minute or so.
qu'on s'aperçoit. Have an opportunity.
Dry.
Thank you. So a follower reached out to me and pointed out that Chinese actor Yang Yang, born September 9th, 1991, possibly could be being targeted by the Chinese entertainment industry. So I decided on March 2nd to ask the spirits what's going on with Yang Yang, and to, kind of check on Hugo as well. And they were quite, even before I could get the questions out, they were telling me before the spirit box was even on in EVP, in the recording, that he is being, he has to play the games. And that they have him. So that must mean that they have him possibly in Chihao, working, in confinement like they have Hugo. I also asked them, just tell me anything you can. And they said they'll kill me, is what Liang Yang said for this. I've got proof. I do what the nurse says. She's full of tech knowledge to punish. So I think they're using medical techniques to punish him because it's a nurse, possibly even electrocution as well. They never lose power, so maybe it's about them having power, or maybe it's about electrical shock as a torture, meaning, the power never goes out even though they're using the electricity. Please, it's been years, he says. They've been doing this for years to him, I guess. The killers are trying to stop me. He bashed on me, so that means, beating him up. Evil. They give us a chance. Does it mean in the games? So I think he's talking about the games here. If we pass the game, so it's confirmed. I'll do my match. The boss said he'd vouch for me. Beg. They made him beg. So that's direct quote from Spirit about him. He didn't. I gotta play. And then it says made Yang Yang. And so they forced him to post it, something like that. Oh. So the Spirit said about the posting of Weibo when he said he was completely fine on February 27th, that, like I just said, they made him do it. So either they did it themselves or they sat there and watched him as he typed out, hey guys, I'm fine and I'm not being oppressed. So then they went on to say they make him. I can see that at 3 p.m. I don't know what that means. I'm held, so he's a captive. I'm sick like Yu Meng Long, so I guess maybe they're using medical torture on him and, testing stuff on him and so on. Or, I'm GOV, so GovQuest. So Gov's guest, so government guest. He's saying it's the government that's imprisoning him. I am a shield. He's working us. Do this in front of Big Boss. So they're working them over in front of the Big Boss. The boss says the man saw it back then. So Yang Yang saw something. Off with his head before it tattles. Punish me like Yu Meng Long, he said. Do what he says, suppress the fear. So that's what he's thinking. He's like, do what they say and suppress the fear. They pressure me. I hate this business. They're playing with me. So that's what he has to say about that. So then I go on to ask Yang Yang, what happened with his hand. At a public appearance, he showed up with his hand bandaged and bruises all over his face. And he told me that do the torture with sticks. So that's a traditional torture method involving the wrapping and squeezing of a person's fingers with sticks. It's called zansi or something, also known as the finger press or finger squeezer. And also, Kimmy said that do love to do that. Stretch the hand or fingers, he said. And Yu Long was pictured holding his phone with purple fingers. So this is something they normally do. It's not new. They do it to my hand, he said. Yang said it hurt. I could have died. So I bet that what he's saying is that how it felt like he was going to die. It hurt so much, and then that's what it says in the description of the torture, that it's very painful. The boss demands this. Kill me later. Look, they bill endlessly. So I don't know what that means. I can't escape them in the games, he says. I can't see how unless I win. I can't beat it again. So he must have played before and actually made it out alive. Unless, he says, I will stop. I will survive the suffering, he says. Please, someone help me. I'm going insane. Yang, it says. So so then I ask if he's being bullied or if he's in danger of being sacrificed, or is it the games that are, a concern for him? And the spirits say, the games torture me. I'm losing everything I have, so they're taking everything of his, that he worked for, just because he wants it. And we all know who he's referring to there, I believe it's Winnie the Pooh's brother or Winnie the Pooh. Even if he falls, it doesn't matter. We will still play. He's talking about, she there. I have to play. It's real bad, he says. What's more important is that you save yourself at the games, he says. I'll save myself from this catastrophe. Don't get soft, he's telling himself. We think she's dead. So who's the she they're talking about? Is it Rabba? Do they not know they moved her and they just think she's dead? Leave us alone, you bastards, it says. My love, let's us all go. So I think he's talking about someone he loves that might have been is in captivity as well. I'm weak. I can't stop them. Let me out. So unfair, he says. I can't do this. I can't win the game. So then I ask him, I'm just going to give you a minute just to tell us something I haven't asked you, anything you feel might be important. And he responds with, we need a rescue, he says. They search Sean. So I think that might be Shoshen, or I don't know who it is actually. They didn't find the song sheet. They grabbed me in the arm and they say to me, where's the list? They're talking again about a list. This is like the umpteenth dozen time they've talked about a list. And they've implied it's not a list of the perpetrator. It's a list of, I think, the people who are in charge of the games. And I think you had it, and they're still looking for it. And they think it's you said he hid stuff in song lyrics. And now they're talking about song sheets, like music sheets. And they're saying, don't bluff. So they're torturing him and saying, don't bluff, they'll know. These gay effers, he calls them. Give her the honest version. A woman is interrogating him now. If she doesn't trust me now, she would. So I'd rather say when your boss gets back. So he's saying to them, I'm not going to tell the underlings I want to see the boss. So he's refusing to talk. I don't want to repeat myself, which is being very bold right there. Pick up the phone, he's saying, give your boss a call, sort of thing. Do this, stop the games. I'm ready. How about you? Then I asked Yu Long to update me on Hugh, to tell me how he's doing. And then what I heard was, I'm dead within the week, says Hugo. I'm okay with it. Tell blank to let him go. So he's talking to someone about letting someone go. I don't know. It's a guy anyway. I asked our sponsor, Bell Chan, is what it sounded like to me. And now we have sponsor, we have different titles coming up throughout this coach, captain, sponsor now. So they all have sort of roles they play. Have an opportunity to save your blood is related to the sponsor. So have an opportunity to save your blood. Is it because he has maybe golden blood? Are they talking about that? Or are they talking about his children? So I don't know what that means. I'm not your problem. He's telling them he's got his kids at home, so they're talking about his children. Use me. I'm ready to go. I can't tell if he's begging or plotting an escape to others, like saying to others, use me. We can work out something together. Um, all it takes is a plan, he's saying. So it sounds like he's talking to his other fellow prisoners. It's an impossible bribe. So we had talked about the possibility of he's saying that if it was 2 million ahead, but the bribe is too big for him to make. He said the boss took it away from me. I don't know what that means. Damn it, Dee Dee, I messed up. So he's talking about a younger brother type person, and I really don't know. I think that might be Yu Meng Long he's referring to. So in the end, Hugo is still in danger. I think they might have postponed the games of March 3rd because of what happened in Iran. My instincts are telling me that they didn't want to have that many important people in one location where an airstrike could take them all out at the same time. So they canceled the games, and that's why Hugo is, safe now. But I don't think they're going to. I think they're probably going to continue the games because Hugo's spirit is telling me he may be dead within the week. But I don't know what's happening, and the spirits aren't being clear about that. Another thing too is that when Yang Yang mentioned billing endlessly, I think that he's indicating that his income is being, the 10% he gets from the agency is being pared down with marketing, travel costs, all this stuff. So he's a working slave. He's getting nothing from them. So I really think that's what he meant by that. Okay, guys. This is it for today. Let me know if you want me to check on any other artists you may feel are in danger. Okay, bye.